Hi, thanks for checking out our channel here. This is going to be a how to maybe repair a Speedrite 980. This is an old school unit. This is they've made a couple variations of this unit. They've had the Panther 9800, had SM 980, SM 9000, a 980 like this one. All of them are basically the same. The boards might be look a little different, but they're basically all the same. I mean, they did make a 220 version, which I think, no, this is 110 volt. Unit. So they did make, I think, the early ones back, like the 80s, early 90s, were 220 volt here. But we're going to get in this thing and see what we can do. This is our information. All this stuff is down below. Our website, fencerfixer.com. And we also work on cattle scales and low bars as well. But we're working on all brands of these things, and we're going to see what we can do to get this thing going. So we're going to. He did buy a, because he tried to fix it himself, but didn't have any luck. He did buy a capacitor from Zariba, a 50 microfarad capacitor, just to try in them, and it didn't fix anything. So he said, "Here." So he said, "I'm gonna send it to you, let you play with it." Oh, power! It's getting power. The light's coming on, but this light's not clicking and flashing, so we have something wrong with it. So he sent the capacitor on for the ride just to see if I needed it, I could use it. If it didn't need it, he just said send it back, I guess. So we'll just send it back if we don't need it. Come on. Yeah. A lot of parts discontinued for this unit. You can still get capacitors that will work in it. Transformers are obsolete. Boards are obsolete. But to get the right person working on them, we can retrofit different transformers in this thing. We can, replace capacitors if need be. We can repair the boards if need be. They've got, they're old school electronics, so if you know what you're doing, you can replace capacitors and transformers and stuff. So let's see, these two capacitors, you got them kind of taped in here. Looks like they are 30 microfarad capacitors. So let's unplug one wire. They're tied together, and they'll add up. They're wired in parallel, but we're going to test across here. There's no polarity to them. All right, test your capacitor. Look at if you got a multimeter. Some meters can test capacitor, some can't. But look at this little symbol right above my yellow finger, or yellow symbol right above my finger is a symbol for a capacitor. That's what you need. These are 30 microfarad, 900 volt. That's reading 22. That's reading nothing at all, so this capacitor is no good. So let's get these two capacitors out. And he had two of these units, and we fixed the other one earlier, so now we're going to work on this one. But what we'll do is the other one we put a new capacitor in it as well. But since he sent one of these capacitors along, we'll just use this one. So this is one big capacitor, so there's no rhyme or reason which wire goes where. So we're going to put a Zariba transformer into a Speedrite unit. So that's going to sit right there. But here, we'll plug it in real quick just to see if it makes a difference. It probably shouldn't, but we'll try. No, it still didn't click. Okay, so let's pull this board out. Alright, this version's got 3 fuses on it. Got one up top here, which I think is your main fuse, I think. And it's got a couple of other ones down here, so let's check the fuses real quick. That's good. 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 Alright, next thing I want to do is I'll check all these diodes. That's another thing that can go bad. That's good. 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 Oh, that resistor right there's blown. That's a I don't know what size that is, but that's part of I think the system for this light bulb, but I don't know. So we'll have to change that eventually. Let's check this SCR. It's another common thing to go bad over time. Alright, SCR is probably no good. Let's check these 4 big diodes right here. That's another common thing that can go bad. So they do have a polarity, so we gotta test them a certain way. That's no good. That's no good. That one's good. That one's good. So these 2 diodes right here are bad. And I think this is bad too. Let's check this other little diode sitting right here next to it. It's bad. I can really see it's got a crack in it. It's burned in half. So we've got to change out this, and those 2. And then that too. I need to figure out what size resistor that is. I've got another 6. Huh? That's normal. That's for that with that transformer. Okay, I'm going to test this resistor here. 2 straps. Oh, they're right here.
I think I need 4 for this one.
Here's a few.
I think I use 2 per side.
Let's check this resistor, see what size it is. Looks about a 1K ohm resistor, which that's pretty common. We should be able to change that out, so we'll find a resistor here for it in a minute. Alright, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, just 3. 3. Those 2 and that one. We're going to put a bigger one and replace that little one. Let me go get a SCR for this one. Okay, check those 2 resistors right, or those 2 diodes right there, just to make sure. Shoot. We're going to take 2 2.2K resistors and we're going to wire them in parallel because I don't have 100K or 1K in this stack of resistors here, so we're going to have to. Wait a minute, 1K resistor right there. I don't see it on the list here. Oh, yeah, it's right there. So there's a 1K resistor right there. So that's what we're going to put. So that's what I'm going to put right there. All right. Okay. All right. So I don't forget which way it goes in. We're doing. Okay, it's going to go like that. Oh yeah, when it shows, Esther shows up. He's like, you can come over anytime. Fix leak under the sink. Oh, the case won't shut on it?
Yeah, but I tried it before I ever even put the wire, did the wiring on it. I said, oh, it looks fine. There it goes. Something all up here. Here's the trouble here. It's not back in it. It just needs a little push wire, huh? Push a little bit of push wire, huh?
So we'll take this SCR, bend the middle leg out a little bit, and then bend it down. Like that. These two diodes here go in a certain way. Oh shit, hold on. I've got two more solder joints on there for the these two over here. And actually four right here, but I just need two on the left. Come on. There's one. Okay, now we'll do that resistor there. Pretty regular, easy deal to change. If this doesn't fix it, then we got to dig a little deeper, and it could just be something else wrong. But this is the most common things to change in it based on what it was doing and what we were testing. So we're headed in the right direction so far. All right, let's solder all this up now. snip off all the excess. Alright, well, let's see if we made any headway with it. Everything's plugged in right where it's supposed to. Alright, let's plug it in and watch for the smoke. That seems a little quick. And see, it was still clicking as I was, after I'd already. So we might have something else going on, but it's working and clicking again. It's a good sign. Okay, there's these little diodes that are hiding in between these capacitors. I forgot about. These are part. This thing kind of builds up in stages on these orange capacitors, and there's a diode in there that protects all of them. And if maybe one of the diodes went bad, it's discharging faster because it's only going through, say, half of the capacitor versus all of them. We'll do a voltage check here in a minute. Let's check the transformer primary side first. Should be 0 to 1 ohms. 0.3 should be like 5 or 6. 5.7. Okay. I'll check down the diodes and check them all. Let's check this one here. I think we already did. Let's check it again. Okay. Another one there. Let's check. That one's good. There's another diode here. I don't think I checked that one. Maybe I did. Let's just see what happens. Let me plug this back in. Maybe I think it's clicking faster when this is fine. I don't know. Let's hey, what time is it, Dad? 3?
Quarter to.
Okay. Okay, see this light's flashing again. Flashing over there, so let's put this capacitor in like that, just temporarily put it in like this. About 9,000 volts. Let's get a plug it for a second. Let's put that across there, and then we'll take a 500 ohm load. 100 watt 500 ohm load. Let's stick it across there and see if it holds the load like it's supposed to. If it's reading 9 there, if it's the size, probably 5 to 7, I would guess. So that seems about right. Let's do a spark jump just to kind of see what kind of spark it'll throw. Let me take this knob off. Plug it back in. A spark it'll throw. Yeah, it shows a hell of a spark out of it. Camera doesn't do it justice. Well, this one's done. I'm gonna call it down. I'm gonna open it back up here in a minute and get that capacitor kind of in place a little more permanently. And we'll also put the heat sink back on there on that SCR. Other than that, we're gonna call it done and get this thing fixed up and back to the guy. So if you've got a need for a fence charger that needs to be worked on, Speedrite or any other brand and model, hit us up. Be happy to work on one for you. We do give free quotes. And if this had been sent to anybody else, even Speedrite directly, or True Test or Data Mart, whatever you want to call them now, they don't make any boards for these things. They don't do board level work, I don't think. And they would have just told you, sorry, hey, you got a bad board, can't fix it, throw it away and buy another one. They don't want to fix these old things. They want you to buy, a new one. A new one of this size is like a 9 to 10 joule unit. So a Speedrite 6000 is smaller. It's about 350, 380, somewhere in that range for a new one. And a Speedrite 12,000, which is bigger, strength-wise. They're about 700, 600, 800. They're not cheap, so to fix this one's relatively cheaper to fix, of course. So we'll be happy to help you out. So until next time, see you later.